This is Mark Peterson. I'm in the Philippines with my fiancée Mona right now, and we are looking over this nonsense that the Koi Club has accused me of, bad behaviors in 2015, and Mona is with me, and we are going to look at that right now, and this is being recorded for the record. See, like right here, here's, you know, as you said, they're accusing me of bad behavior, you know, because of the public.
You said over the past few months, we have been increasing aware of tension and you give tension to the members and the public event there. That's what they accused you.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, you know, even though, baby, that you know, it is documented that I do have Asperger's. I mean, I haven't been in the special ed program for there's a reason why I was been in the special education program and whatever, and whatever. But see, you know, the thing is, you know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, my behavior was no different in that club, except, you know, no different than anybody else, you know?
Yeah, because you act normal to me.
Yeah.
And as I know, you are a good person, and they accused you. Baby.
See, and like right here, says when you
want our mating and activities, your topic, you know, unrelated.
Which that's a lie right there, you know. Everything that
activities to the place where people can enjoy the events without the fear of that being accused and subjected to rants about unrelated topics.
Yeah.
Such takes away from the learning aspect of activities.
Yeah. And like I said, everything I talk about, and while the Koi program is underway, is, you know, it happens to be either about the club. I mean, I have brought up the issue about the drought and stuff that we've had in California, and you know, which, you know, ended last year with the high water flow in the Kern River and everywhere else. But you know, the only other thing not Koi related during Koi Club meetings was about
as I
the drought.
surveyed when we go there at the pond, you introduced me about the Koi, about all the Koi, and
yeah.
I didn't notice that you say the unrelated topic of the Koi. You always tell about the, you know, the filter, about like that. But you're accusing me wrong here.
Yeah, exactly.
When you started with this whole thing.
And this was about about the I was supposed to have a vendor booth out there at the 2004 Koi show.
Yeah. And
see, what happened was, you know, every time I brought that up at every meeting, they said, well, you know, don't worry about that right now. We'll wait until it gets closer to the time of the meeting. Well, then I received my newsletter said, well, all the vendor spots are filled. Well, I didn't contact Ron Unruh and said, when do we need to have our money? He goes, oh, they're all filled now, you know. And so, anyways, and he knew that I wanted a spot, you know. I mean, they didn't even have the courtesy to come in and give me a call, you know, and say, Mark, this is your last call, you know, we're ready to plan it out now. But then somebody in that club also, I'm not going to mention names, said that Ron and Melissa Unruh did a road trip driving all the way to the U.S.-Mexican border, and then back again all the way to Shasta Dam, or Redding, California, that town near Shasta Dam, looking for vendors to fill all those spots in. You know, somebody told me that.
That's what they say here.
Yeah, see.
You learn at the Koi show. Each time that you directed your field qualification and returned it to the club with payment.
Which that's exactly what I did, and I mentioned that, and see, they said that they directed me to fill out an application. No, they did not direct me to fill out an application. See, they're lying right there, because Ron's Ron's statement was, every time I brought that, said, we'll wait till it gets time closer to the time when we start planning. They didn't say anything about filling out an application here. Now, and see, also, further back, I'll show you on the page here where they copied and pasted my noting on Facebook on my Mission Koi Aquatics page here, and it says right here, when you state on Facebook that due to circumstances beyond your control that you lost your vendor space, you are making a completely false statement. No, and anyways, we're going to make a second video here later on, but I'm going to read each and everything on this page and respond to it, which we'll do that.
I need to read this first. You have to open first, baby. Okay.
We got to make the video too, baby. Well,
Yeah.
but some things I wanted to point out. This is a preliminary thing.
Yeah, we need to read that one.
But also another thing I want to point out.
Where is the copy paste there that we said?
What's that now?
The copy paste that what you said.
See, it's actually on the back page right here. See, here's the page right here that they're accusing me of all this stuff right here. See, this is what was on the Mission Koi Aquatics page right here. And you know what? I actually posted that at the advice of a business advisor too, because I sent out notices to a lot of people there that I was having the vendor space with that koi show, and I had a lot of people coming in from out of town that were going to buy fish from me, and so what that was a redirect notice there. That was not a rant on Facebook and whatever, as they called it.
Yeah. We have seen it. Did you do this?
Yeah.
Post this one.
Yeah, that was posted on the Mission Koi Aquatics page right after, and then what I did was I contacted, and see, they're also lying to me saying that I contacted G&G Productions and asked G&G Productions to make the club allow me to have a space. No, I did not contact G&G Productions for that purpose. I contacted G&G Productions to see if they had extra space in the Home and Garden Show outside the koi show perimeter, so I can at least have.
Maybe there
some of
is
those
just a misunderstanding of this.
That's exactly what it was. It was a misunderstanding, but they're trying to make it look like I am the bad one here, but like that. And it says you circumvene the authority of the show chairman and the club board by contacting G&G, requesting them to make us allow. And see, make us allow, that's a lie right there. That is a lie from Satan right there. I did not contact and request that G&G make the club let me have a space there. I contacted G&G to allow them, to see if they had extra space that I can actually set up a booth within the Home and Garden Show, but outside the club, the koi show, which they said they did have a small space, but they didn't have any power connection, so it wasn't going to do there. And then I also talked to Roger Spradlin about that, but then he and then they go furthermore to lie even further on this. If this were not enough, again, you went around the club's authority and requested that a member of the club in good standing, I am the owner of that club originally. Eric Olson and I started that club way before Ron and Melissa even come in there. And for the record, baby, I'm going to state this too. I started that club in 1991 with Eric and Ian Olson and some other members of my group in proceeds at Bakersfield Christian Life Center. However, when Eric Olson went to Prague, Czech Republic, in around 1999-2000, well, it was in 1999 that they left. It's kind of like everything was at a standstill. However, I brought in John Zaragoza. See, John Zaragoza and I met each other through a newspaper ad when I was selling koi there. I already knew of Roger Spradlin because he was the pastor of Valley Baptist Church. It was John Zaragoza, myself, and Spradlin who actually started the existing club, which was then called Bakersfield Koi Club, later became Bakersfield Koi Watergarden Society. As for the record, Ron and Melissa Unruh did not come in until many months later. Melissa Unruh was actually Melissa Schofield at that time. She was married to Craig Schofield. they didn't come into that club until July of that year, a full 6 months later.
This one, baby.
Yeah, that's the big one I'm gonna get to right now, and I wanted to read this with you on camera so that the club will know that that if I am to post this on YouTube, the club is reinstating my membership this year. As soon as I get back there from the Philippines, from being with you, baby,
Yeah.
they are going to reinstate my membership. I will be sending my club dues and stuff in, and if they do not comply, see, they're discriminating against me for one thing. They're discriminating against me because I've been in special education, and because I'm different than everybody.
No.
Yes, I do have Asperger's.
There's no difference with you and special education.
Exactly, baby. Thank
You're
you.
normal, baby.
Yes.
And I didn't, in our 4 years and we have baby, I didn't notice that there is something different with you. You're just sweet, loving, and kind man.
Yeah.
Love you, baby.
I love you too. But they want to make me sound like I'm that I'm different and all that. But see, here's what they're But first of all, like I said, I'm going to be sending my dues and see, they haven't updated their website yet. It still has the form for 2016. They haven't updated that yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 2016 form and I'm going to change that 6 to an 8 on there for 2018, and I'm going to send my dues for pro rata from March through the end of the year of 2018, along with my dues and the letters, a cease and desist letter, of their discrimination against me. The discrimination is going to stop. It's going to stop right now, and no longer are they going to keep me from the rest of the koi world, the koi community, and whatever. Mission Koi Aquatics is going to be part of Bakersfield as long as it's around, along with myself, and I'm going to be part of the club just like anybody else. That club is for everybody. It's not a private club. It is a public club, and it was a club that I started and intended to be with, and is a member of AKCA, which stands for Associated Koi Clubs of America.
Yeah, if you're the one who started in that koi club, we have no right.
Exactly.
You have the right to,
Yeah. And like I said, my behavior is no different than anybody else's.
Yeah, that's true.
In fact, Olga C, baby, we talked about her. She's the owner of that nursery on Callaway Drive. I never respected Olga C at all. I bought plants from her. I gave her my business and whatever, and she's just angry at me because I know more than she does on some things. And I came out of a special education class, and I'm more than half her, and I'm just a little bit more than half her age and whatever. I don't know what's wrong with her, but see, I was out at they had a garden fest out at the college in 2014, and and I approached her at her booth to see if she would be able to carry some products and stuff that I was looking for. Well, I was waiting in line for my turn to talk to her, and then when it's my turn, she didn't even speaking to me. She goes, "Yes, Mark, may I help you?" She just blew up in my face and said. She says, quote, "When you see me talking to a customer, don't interrupt me. That is rude," and just in front of all my clients there. I had several clients there and some friends from out of town, and I had a landscape friend from Santa Monica that witnessed part of that too, and he was mad. He was like really mad. And anyways, what happened was. I wasn't happy with that, and so I then sent Olga C a private message on in the private inbox right there that I didn't appreciate that, and that I would like an apology from her. And then what happened was in fact, you and I were on Skype that day too, baby.
Yes,
Remember
baby.
when my mom brought the mail in and it was a letter from her.
Yes.
Then remember when I opened that up, baby, and it had that threatening letter in there?
Yes, babe.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the time there.
Yeah, in fact, where's that paper? I dropped one under that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, here we go. That fits from back here. Yeah, my paper's going between the wall here, baby.
I'm the one who picked up that one, baby.
Yeah, here we go, right here. Yeah, this is a copy of the letter that I sent to Olga. See, and you can read that later here. And see, as you see, it was not rude, not nothing right here. Okay, and then this one right here is this is the letter that she sent to me, certified mail. In fact, my mom actually signed the thing from the postman here. And it says right here, here's her letter at O.C. and Bloom at Callaway Drive. It says Mark Peterson, 10201 Inger Street, which I'm in walking distance from the nursery there. From the nursery there.
Mike, I received your message. I wish you well in your business and good works.
Yes.
Do not make any contact with me or my staff at home or business. If you do not reply, I will take legal action.
Olga C.
That's the message of your
That's
Olga C.
That's the message of Olga C. And if you see, it's it's rude.
That's not rude.
But still,
This message is rude.
No, that's what I sent to her, baby. And see, baby, the wrong things were actually said in this letter. This should have been a letter of an apology, saying, Mark, I'm sorry for how I did. Welcome to O.C. and Bloom. How can I help you? That's what it should have said.
Yeah, that's the right.
But she's so angry that I know more about koi than she does, and she's a master gardener, as they call them, and whatever, and whatever, and then I happen to come out of a special education class and whatever, and she knows more, and I happen to know more about koi in some areas, Okay, and back to this page back here, so I wanted to point out here, the one thing they were really accusing me of here. So you read this bottom part right here, and again, this thing has changed. This story's changed a number of times too before I went out here. Okay, this is what it says right here, which that's totally a lie right there. It says at a 2013 club meeting, and see they're accusing me of exposing my penis to them, which that's a lie. I mean, just
yeah, it said at the club meeting at
the Limpinens, which I was not at the Limpinens either. It was at the meeting in question was at the other member's house up near Lake Isabella. It was not at the Limpinens. It was changed to say the Limpinens later.
You exposed yourselves to several of the female and male
club members.
You found this out.
We found this out
after the meeting from several people, and one person who was thinking about joining the club. We did not mention this to you, however, we did speak to Judy Domingos.
Speak to Judy Domingos, yeah. See, I don't want Judy Domingos in my business, Her and I work together, yes, but she is not my counselor and nothing, See, the thing
is, she informed us that you wear swim trunks all the time.
Yeah, and that's a lie right there too, because I do not wear swim trunks all the time without underwear. I mean, yes, I do wear surfing shorts when I work and stuff like that, but I do not wear swim trunks all the time without underwear. That's a lie.
Yeah.
She has spoken to you about this, however you continue to do it. And see, baby, that's a lie right there too, because guess who also wears swim trunks or shorts without, Nick dresses the same exact way too. And he and I work together many times, but anyways, baby, this is all a lie right here.
All lie?
Yeah, every bit of it. First of all, baby, the meeting at the Limpinens, I was wearing Levi's that day too.
Every time that you're from the koi club, you talk to me, you call me on Skype, you always wear jeans.
Yes. And yes, I did wear shorts to the meeting.
Like
before the one after the meeting at the Limpinens, which in 2013, I believe it was the August meeting that was at the Limpinens. I was wearing Levi's at that time, kind of, or I was not wearing surfing shorts that day. And then at that other meeting, and baby, I don't believe that I was being exposed to anyone, because they would have came up to me and said, Mark, check your dress, make sure. I would have gone home and dressed, and changed clothes and whatever. But
maybe if this is wrong, they put some rule that no one can attend meeting wearing just trunks or shorts or always.
Exactly, and I don't have a problem if they did. See, I'm not going to be wearing any more shorts or any of that stuff to meetings. I'm going to dress just as I would be going to church.
We're the members.
Yeah. Because see, they like to accuse me of stuff like that, you know, and like I said, and by the way, here's another thing too, you know, and let me flip back to this first page right here too. You know, and another thing I want to point out some stuff in here too. Okay, here's this part here. It says, it is disconcerting at every meeting you attend you feel compelled to interrupt, interject comments that have no bearing on business at hand. No, that's a lie right there, because, you know, the only thing I've even talked about during the meeting is, you know, we've all talked about the drought and stuff like that, and the impact it could have on our use of water and stuff in the koi ponds and stuff. No, I have not even said anything that's not related to that. In fact, anything I've shared that had nothing to do with Koi Club meetings stuff was during not meeting hours. Like, for example, you know, I have shared before about my vinyl record library and stuff like that, but that was not during the meeting. That was during the fellowship time before or after the meeting. But when the meeting is in session, I have not stated anything other than koi ponds or stuff related that we were talking about. See, that's a lie right there. You know. See, they're accusing me of a whole bunch of stuff right there, and they're just discriminating against me because I'm different, baby. You know, I'm different in a way. You know. And then here it goes right here. It says, our attendance has suffered as a result of your behavior. No, the attendance has suffered is because they need to get more. They need to get more programs, you know, going in the club. You know, my behavior in attendance has nothing to do with the. You know, my behavior in the club is normal, and it has nothing to do with the attendance. You know, some people don't go to the meetings because they got other stuff to do. You know, they might have family stuff. You know, they might be going to church. They might be going.
They will not blame it to you.
Yeah, instead of blaming me for. Yeah. And then it says, it is unfortunate that the guests at the banquet, that's the awards banquet, found that it more noteworthy to discuss the person who kept interrupting, saying the event, saying it's all good comments when the people were more.
Were being.
Yeah, let me read this. Let me back this up again. It says, it is unfortunate that guests at the banquet found it more noteworthy to discuss the person who kept interrupting the event, saying it's all good comments, than the people being honored that night. So I'm going to respond to that right now. And again, on the video that we're going to make later, we're going to thoroughly go over this. See, the thing is, my behavior that night was not what was bad. And see, this is what was going on too, and I got Roger Spradlin as my witness, and I got a couple of other people as my witness. The one who really behaved bad that night was Melise Unruh. Because you know what, every time somebody was called up for an award, she would, she would start screaming, "I am Michael Hernandez! I am Michael Hernandez!" Every single time somebody was called up for an award, and I mean that took 5 times more attention than me. You know, I said it's all good maybe about 3 or 4 times there, total 3 or 4 times. You know, but I heard "I am Michael Hernandez" mentioned at least 20 times that night, at least, and at the top of her lungs, where the whole restaurant could have heard it too. Not just in the banquet room, but the whole restaurant. You know, the Bullpen Bar and Grill, which is located right next door, they heard a lot of Melissa's yelling on that too. And anyways.
Oh, is that from Melissa Unruh, not from yours?
Yeah, Melise Unruh's behavior was what was in question that night. And I'm going to tell you a little something about Michael Hernandez. You know, he is the manufacturer and owner of Kois and Ponds, which manufactures the koi food that we use, called Tomagai. Very cool guy. He also runs a show called Let's See, which is about aquatic life and stuff. And so, very cool guy and whatever. But yeah, he was being, he was being honored that night because he was, our koi food manufacturer, and he's from the Philippines too. He's from Manila.
Wow.
But anyways, the behavior that took the attention away from the award, people being in the awards, honoring the awards, was Melise Unruh's screaming of "I am Michael Hernandez" every time somebody was called up for an award. I mean, I only said "it's all good" like maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times, no more than that. And I got Roger Spradlin as my witness too. By the way, this is the person that they're saying is in good standing, and that
there's nothing wrong with said "it's all gone."
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And you're my witness on that too, right, baby?
Yeah, it's not wrong to say that.
There's nothing wrong to say that.
Yeah, it's not about words.
Yeah. And like I said, baby, you know, it's just all hogwash and stuff like
It's
that.
not bad comment too.
Yeah. And then also, you know, here's, and also, you know, they're calling my postings on Yelp and Google Plus Business, you know, rants and stuff. See, after Olga's rudeness, I gave her this 1-star rating right here, and I shared my experience there too, which by law I have the right to do that, and whatever. And see, I would not do that to one of my customers because I would not want them coming and rating Mission Koi like that, you know. But however, you know, she was rude to me and whatever, and you know, she threatened me, she threatened my mom, and so forth. And so, you know, I had every right to put this on there. However, she would have came back and apologized to me, I would have taken it down, you know, simple as that. But yet she, you know, she complained to the Koi Club about this here. And then some of these were actually taken out of our inboxes. They also got into your inbox that day too, I remember. Yeah, Olga C, or one of those people actually hacked a couple of accounts too, and some of these were actually from your inbox too. One of them was, and I'll get to that in a second here. But this was a private post between me and friends. I mean, you saw this, and a few other people saw this, and it says, and I didn't put this on here for Olga C. I had some trouble with a guy named Richard Ferris at Cheap Thrills Records, you know, because I was trying to look for a couple of vinyl records from him too. I was looking for that one with the song Cars by Gary Newman called The Pleasure Principle, and now I was looking for the song Romeo's Tune by Steve Forbert, which I'll be playing that song for you a little bit later. I think it'll be a good song for us as well. It was a rock song from the 70s, soft rock song here, but this is what I go to the post right here. It says, warning, I want to advise everybody that I may deal with in business, nursery, gardening, pet stores, CD and vinyl record stores. I said, in all businesses, if you are rude and discourteous to me, you know, like Olga C. of Ocean Bloom was to me in the past April, you will be rated poor, not only by me, but by my other family members, as well as not only limited to Facebook, but other social media. And see, baby, I'm not the only one that's mad about that. My parents are angry about it, or my mom's angry about it, the Rennick family's angry about that, and many members of my family are angry, and I also know you're not very happy about it.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, because it's all nonsense.
Yes.
And all I know is that I'm just telling people I want to have respect here. I don't want any nonsense and whatever. And if they don't want to do business with me, fine, you know. But I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not going to give you a good rating on Google or Yelp, you know. You have to give me good business, and then I will give a good rating. You know, as simple as that. I'm just like any other person here. And then also. And then some of these were actually copied and pasted from our inboxes too. Yeah, here's one from Ian Olson right here, baby. They hacked into my Facebook account and saw my message to Ian Olson right there, and this was not even on the page right there, nor was it available to the public there. This was a private message between Ian Olson and I right here.
Yeah.
And they hacked into our Facebook accounts, and they actually got that one and printed that. See, same thing right here. And then my landscaper friend from Santa Monica gave Olga C. Ocean Bloom a 1-star also, and he witnessed the whole entire incident too. And then, you know, he and I I was using my Google Mail because at that point Jennifer had already taken over my Facebook page. You know, Jennifer Roche had already took it over, and I wasn't able to even log into here, but. Which, you know, I was kind of shut out of that for a while there. That's why I set up the new one. And but meanwhile, this remained open right here. My old one remained open, which I was using. That's one that's now labeled as Mark Lyle Peterson.
Yeah.
You know, that remained open, but I couldn't log into it or anything. But you know, whenever somebody messaged me, I would then get a copy of it in my Google email account. And so I responded that way. Well, little did I know, you know, this was not going to James's inbox, but apparently Olga C. was receiving a copy of it also, of everything I shared on there to James
James Cloud?
Yeah. Olga C. received a copy of everything, including my page on the history of Bakersfield and the Carrier Canal and all that, Callaway Canal. I mean, that had nothing to do with Olga C., but somehow it ended up here, but then when I finally did take back my page and made Jennifer let go of it, I then saw a lot of stuff was moved in that account, that I didn't even do or anything, and the messages of several of my inbox friends were hacked at that time, and some were even missing too.
Yeah, that's what he said here. I tried to send you friend request, but every time I do, your profile states that you are not allowed to get a friend request.
Exactly. So yeah, that's exactly. So you're saying right here, hey Mark, I've tried to send you a friend request, but every time your profile states that you are not allowed to get friend requests, and it also will not allow me to message, say that you cannot receive messages from people already not on your friends list. I've tried to message you several times on your profile. So yeah, this is the long page of Bakersfield history that I shared with James in my Google private email box. However, Olga C. apparently received a copy of this somehow, and somehow it got on her page. I don't know what happened, but apparently I think there were some viruses I think might have taken over, or Jennifer had something to do with it. Something was going on there that I had no control of. But like I said, I lost control of that Facebook page for a number of months right there. But all I know is I'm not even able to communicate. And the next thing I know, after the January Koi Club meeting, see, I didn't even receive my newsletter for January. I just got a little email from them, come and join the meeting, and then I sent a message back, where's my newsletter at? And they didn't even respond. But anyways, I was about to renew my club membership, and then I got called to the front after the meeting. And this is funny too, baby. What happens with Stephanie Limpinen and Molly Sunru and all the women in there? They took off to the bar or somewhere like that, where it's just all the men in there, dealing with me, because they were afraid I was going to explode or have some kind of, violent temper tantrum or whatever, See, they're just utterly milking the bucket without a cow. No, milking the cow without a bucket.
Without the bucket.
Yeah, they were milking the cow without the bucket. So, first of all, this being, recorded here, I'm going to state that people with Asperger's do not have violent intentions, nor do they engage in violence or any of that. See, Roger Spradlin has also told me that a lot of women in the Koi Club are afraid of me, and the reason they are is because people with Asperger's know more about, like my interest in the canals. Take for an example. I mean, I know more about those canals, Lake Isabella, the Kern River, water in general, than the average person does. More about bridges and construction and stuff. And see, apparently that scares people. And a lot of the women in the club are scared of me for that reason.
Why is scared of you?
Yeah, and the thing is, people with Asperger's, they get, people are scared of them, whatever, because they don't understand the whole thing there. They think, oh, this person's got a potential for violence and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. Well, the reality is, a person with Asperger's is going to be the victim of violence more so than actually, more so, conducting violence, you know what I mean?
Yes,
So anyways, this being said, baby, what is your opinion of the whole thing altogether?
Babe, for my opinion, that's all lie.
Every bit of it?
Yes, that's all lie. Because, like I saw you, like I know you for a lot of 4 years we have there. All that they say is lie.
Yeah.
Because you're sweet, baby. You're sweet and loving to me. And you're not the person that is described here.
Yeah. I love you too. And baby,
Yeah.
what do you think of the issue of me having Asperger's, baby?
No, that's a lie. Asperger.
Yeah, it's like a form of
What is Asperger?
well, it's a first of all, I've shared that with you, haven't I? It's like a form of autism, but it's a characteristic mainly. I don't even look at it as a form of autism. It's a characteristic, some people have it, and see, I mean, it is true that I do have some form of it, baby.
Yeah, no.
But it doesn't affect my behavior, to an adverse thing.
No, it's not affecting.
Yeah, it just means that my interest in the canals and dams and bridges to an extent like that, is, I've been.
It's normal, babe, that you like kind of bridge. Yeah, that's normal. Like a person, like everyone has have habits. We like to sing, we like to do the things like that. You like river or bridge here.
Yeah.
That's a normal, sweetheart. That's a normal. And you're a smart person because you know about that.
Yeah.
Just in 1 in a million people here in this world to know about that. So
Yeah.
you're very smart.
Yeah.
And it's not check to, little bit.
But anyways, baby, and as far as, I should be part of the koi club, right, baby?
You have the big right to be part of that koi club because, like you said, you're the one who started on that koi club.
Originally, yes.
Yeah, with Eric.
The original, yes.
Yeah. And also, you don't have bad attitude or bad, you have a big right there, babe.
Yeah.
I wish they let you back to the koi club.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, baby, what do you, and the fact that I'm sharing the incident that supposedly took place at the Limpinen's house with you, that'll probably embarrass them pretty bad if I put this thing on YouTube, and that's exactly where this video is going. If like I said, if they do not comply and reinstate my membership and stop the discrimination against me and whatever, that is pure discrimination. I have not done nothing to anybody in that club. I've respected with everybody. I've respected Olga C. I've never said anything rude to her. I've never been rude to her and her staff. I've never interrupted any transaction whatsoever. All the stuff that she is accusing me of are lies and whatever. And really the one with the bad behavior was her, going on that tirade at the Home and Garden show, or the Garden Fest show at Bakersfield College in front of several of my clientele, friends, and colleagues. In fact, Jimmy Lewis and Jeff Steele, who I worked with Jimmy Lewis back in the day. Jeff Steele had owned the original koi fish place called Aquatic Gardens briefly after he bought it over from Bob Lawrence back in the day. I never, they witnessed it too. Margaret Scott, who lives next door to Pam, she witnessed part of it. I had 3 accounts from Rosedale that witnessed it. 2 of my koi customers witnessed it. And they all said one thing: Olga C. was the one out of line, and the one that was rude, not me. And they also witnessed too, I was not the one that was rude. I was in line and I waited my turn to speak. I did not interrupt nobody.
No, you're not rude, babe. Every time you're being a good person.
Yeah. But anyways, baby, what I want to do, baby, is, so I'm going to make a second video here.
Yeah, we have.
And I'm going to read each and everything that's being accused of here, and that too is going to be put on there. Cause, see, what's going to happen? The incident I want to mention is the incident at the Limpinen's place that they're accusing me of pulling my pants down and whatever, which that did not even happen, as you know.
Judy Dominguez say that.
Yeah, Judy Dominguez has said a few things, but well, she didn't say anything. She just told the club falsely that I run around without underwear in my servant shorts. How does she know? She don't know that I don't wear underwear. I mean, yes, I do wear underwear, but
But you wear pants
yes.
in short ears.
Yes, and then some of my shorts do have inner liners too, which are underwear.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, and then Judy Domingos has the nerve to tell Ron and Elise Unruh that I wear surfing shorts all the time or swimwear without underwear. That's not even true. I mean, see, she is handing them secondhand news because Nick was the one that told her that. Nick was the one that told her that, and besides, I don't wear shorts without underwear to Koi Club meetings. I mean, if I'm on a job or something, then I will dress accordingly to that job. If I'm going to get all wet and muddy and stuff like that, I'm not going to wear my good clothes and stuff to that. I'm going to wear clothes that I'm going to get muddy and stuff in, that I can easily take them off, take a shower, and then get into my new clothes. However, this is the thing here. That story where they're accusing me of exposing myself to members of the club, that's also changed 3 times at least. Well, the original, supposed incident was at the the residence of one of the club members in Wilford Heights at Lake Isabella. That's where the original suggestion of where it happened, what would have supposedly had taken place, which yes, I was wearing shorts, but I don't think I was exposing myself because we were all sitting at a table and whatever. So and if I was then they would have came to me and said, Mark, check your dressing. You need to go home, and I would have either stood up for the rest of the meeting or I would have gone home and changed and whatever.
Maybe next time if they call a meeting, they will put a rule there.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm not going to be wearing any more shorts to any club meetings. I'll be wearing Levi's from now on, jeans or long pants or whatever. But anyways, that was the original, and that's what they went and told Judy about right there. Well, however, that they changed their story on that time to when they wrote that out. They mentioned the Lempinens. No, it did not happen at the Lempinens. I was wearing jeans at the Lempinens that day. I was wearing long pants, or I was wearing pants that were just just a little bit below my knee right there. So no, and I was wearing underwear that day too, because I couldn't wear jeans without. Yeah,
no one will attend a meeting without underwear there.
Yeah,
no one.
So anyways, and then a couple other people tried to change it and said, well, it happened over at the Sprouling's house. At the meeting in February. I wasn't even in shorts that day. It was dead cold that day.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, they're really good at making up stuff.
It's very cold, and you just wear trunks there or shorts to go to the meeting.
Yeah. So anyways, like I said, everything in there is a lie, baby. I mean, yes, I did say it's all good a couple of times during that banquet there, but Elise Unruh's behavior was what was bad there. Screaming, I am Michael Hernandez, I am Michael Hernandez, at least 20 times I counted. And let's see, we had probably about 40 awards that went out too, and almost every one of them, she'd go up there, I am Michael Hernandez, I am Michael Hernandez.
There's no bad that said, it's all good.
Yeah. Anyways, but that's the way it was. But anyways, I am, like I said, I'm going to be sending my dues, and when I get back from the Philippines here, you and I, baby, when I get back in that plane to go back to California,
with you and me,
then I'm going to be sending my dues and to the Koi Club, and they're going to reinstate my membership, and this discrimination is coming to an end, and I'm going to conduct business as Mission Koi and Aquatics, and I'm going to be part of the koi community, and there will be no more of this. No more of this discrimination. I'm going to be treated like a normal human being. Yes, I do have Asperger's. It is documented.
No one's perfect though, babe.
No one's perfect.
Yeah, everyone can do mistake too.
Yeah, but no one's perfect. But Asperger's, like I said, it is said to have been a form of autism. But to me, it's a characteristic. Singer Gary Newman, known for the song Cars.
Yeah.
And you could also find Cars on YouTube, the song Cars on YouTube. And there's an interview of him talking about his deal with Asperger's. Steve Jobs, who was a member of the computer community, who also was the founder of Apple, he has it even more so than I do.
Yeah.
So that's that on that. And this concludes my video.